Now we'll talk a little bit about stream crossings on haul roads. Fords are one of the simplest ways to cross a stream. The best management practices in West Virginia require that if you're fording a stream with a haul road, the stream bed must be rock-based or stabilized with rock. With the rock there is less fines to be able to wash down the stream and cause sedimentation in different pools on that stream. Streams should be crossed at as close to a right angle as possible, and approaches are to be rocked 100 feet on both sides of the stream. Again, similar to rocking near roads entering the highways of the state, in order to avoid getting mud into the stream, that rock approach will minimize the mud on tires entering into the stream. Temporary bridges are another way that we can cross a stream, and these actually keep the equipment out of the stream and cause less opportunity for impact of that stream from our operations. Properly installed, temporary bridges can also be used to cross streams. This here is an example of an excellent temporary bridge for a stream crossing. You'll see that the crossing is wide and stable. The disturbed soil in the SMZ is seeded and mulched, and you see a good quality rock 100 feet on both sides of the stream crossing. When constructing haul roads with ditch drainage, we should refer back to the BMP manual for the culvert spacing. We've included that table here, and effectively it means that the lower the grade of the road, so the less steep it is, the further the distance that the spacing between the culverts can be. So at a very gentle 2% grade, the maximum distance between cross drains was about 400 feet. If we move up to about 10% grade, we can go up to about 200 feet, so the distance is half there. So the steeper the ground is, the closer the spacing is required for cross-drain culverts. And again, the idea of this is to minimize the amount of water and the speed of water that is going to be handled by those culverts. When putting in cross-drain culverts, the minimum diameter is 15 inches, but the West Virginia Division of Forestry recommends 18 inches as the recommended minimum, as they are much less prone to clogging. When you put in a culvert, installation should occur at a 30 to 45 degree angle, pointed in the downhill direction, with enough slope to properly drain. You want to have a minimum recommended culvert length of 25 feet, and it may need to be longer depending on the width of your road. The culvert should be long enough to extend beyond the toe of the slope in order to disperse the water away from the toe and maintain the stability of that road surface. It's critical to keep culverts free of debris, and we often can use riprap or rocks piled at the outlet of those streams in order to control erosion at the outlet. Similar to cross-drain culverts, a broad-based dip can also manage water from the surface of the road. Properly constructed broad-based dips can be used to drain surface water on haul roads with grades less than 10%. The spacing of these broad-based dips should be approximately 100 feet, but not more than 150 feet apart. It is recommended that you use 3-inch diameter stone, which should be used in the dip in order to avoid rutting. The dip needs a 2 to 3% outslope as well in order to effectively drain. Also, like a cross-drain culvert, the outlet of the dip should skew about 30 to 45% on the downhill side in order to disperse the water to the outside of the road. The maintenance of rod-based dips is very important. The dip in this picture here has not been maintained well and is no longer operating like it should. The current rod-based dip is insloped, and that causes the pooling of water. It also is rutted, which also causes the pooling of water and collection of water in the dip. And then also the rock that was placed on this was too small of diameter, and so that rock was integrated into the mud and is not actually supporting the running surface of the road. Water therefore soaks in and causes the mud. Overall, this dip is no longer effectively operating and should be repaired with larger rock, outslope, and smoothing to get rid of the ruts.